A little update on the Ranchero. Changed the shocks yesterday. They were bad. Had air shocks in back, but lines were messed up. I polished it up. Now, you see that's the way it looked. I didn't bother doing this fender because I need to fix that. But polishing up made it a lot shinier. Except the dumbass. I don't know what that is. It don't want to come off. I don't know if it's under the paint or what. But shined up better. I mean, I could use more, but at least it's better than it was. But I got a new radiator. I'm going to pull off the mechanical fan, put on this. The radiator wasn't bad, but that's alright. It looks like this is not the original radiator, at least the hold downs aren't, because that's blue. And spray these lines. This stuff's good. Looks like it's been lubricated, but alright, well, gonna get the hoses and the mounts off and the lines. I can't drain it because that plug is a little thing that you turn doesn't work, so go ahead and open up these hoses, get the mounts off. AC condenser's coming out too. There ain't no AC anymore. It's raining out, so you probably hear that on the tin roof. Pretty straightforward. Pulled the radiator out. Easy job. Took the fan off. I had to find some bolts for the pulley, but they were a little too long, so I put the other nuts on. It'll work. Changed the transmission line fittings. They're ready to go. I had to clean this up a little bit and make sure I get a good solid rubbery spot to put the radiator. Those things are not in the best shape. Wow, it was a direct fit. I did use the same rubber, but it's good and solid, and it is sitting on the feet and on the rubber, so everything lined right up. I need to put the little nipple in though, even though that thing's broken. I have to put a different jug in there. But that'll have to go right there. And then I'll have to put the thermostat, replace the thermostat so it'll kick on. Gonna have to figure that one out. Okay, it's in and it's wired up, but because I'm going to put the sniper on, I'm not going to connect it to the thermostat or the little automatic thing. I got it wired in that white, and the yellow goes into a ignition hot inside the dash. But I put in a oil pressure gauge, which I found out down in there, which I found out when I went to pull the old one out. It was leaking, so there was a puddle of oil. Thing just spins. on that shaft there. So there was a puddle of oil up there. But I got that in and connected, but the dash is all torn apart because it was broken, and it's got these stupid, not really solid state, but it's this stuff, which most of it doesn't work or it keeps losing contact. For some reason the speedometer worked, but the tack would just barely move. So I don't know if I'm going to replace the tack. What I'm going to do is eliminate this except for the speedometer, eliminate the other stuff, and use the face. See, I got the oil in there. I'm going to get a new gas gauge, and because he said it worked, but I think it's because of this it's not working. Temp I don't need to worry about because that will be on the sniper, and the volts will be on the sniper. So I'll blank off the other ones. But I need to have a fuel gauge. And also, you turn the key on, nothing. I mean, the fan's on, you can hear that, but nothing comes on, so you don't even know the key's on. And the lights work for the most part, but the dimmer is messed up. I think it's got a little corrosion in there. So, but I'll put, now the gauges will have their own lights. I'll have to do something about the lights for the speedometer and tack if I use the tack, which I don't know if I'm going to. I'm going to have to wire it and see if it works. Because that's wired differently. It doesn't use that. It's got its own wires for the tack. So I don't know if it's something messed up in front or not. But that's what I've been working on today. So it's a mess out here. Well, it's a lot of cushion area up there, ain't it? Now I took the 4-barrel off. That's off the LTD, which is off the old one off the Mustang. And I put the 2-barrel back on. But it won't seal unless I use this plate, which wasn't in there. I added that, so I had a vacuum leak when I got it. But I put that plate in there because it's not designed for this. It was leaking. I put that plate in there for the 4-barrel, and it's not leaking. Well, I took the 4-barrel off, put the 2-barrel back on that plate, but then I can't close the hood because it sits up too high. Because the 2-barrel actually sits on an adapter for 4-barrel mount. So I went back to the 4-barrel. I'm going to see if I can put the 2-barrel on the LTD, because otherwise I can't move the LTD around. So until I get the sniper, that's what's going to sit on here. Well, that's an update, and I'm done for the day.